What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are having a great morning. I'm just trying this out for the first time. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Miss Moore. How you doing? Good morning from North Carolina, baby. How you doing? I'm just testing this out for the first time, guys. Just gonna wait for maybe a few more to get into the room, and I'm just saying a hello for the first time live. I'm doing well, Miss Moore. Thank you. I'm doing well. You guys can hear me, right? Well, of course, Miss Moore just acknowledged that she could hear me. I'm just going to give it just a couple more seconds before, I just say hello, basically, and maybe talk about something, I guess. This is my first time going live, so you guys don't be brutal in the chat, all right? What's up, Penelope? How you doing, sweetheart? Crystal, what's up, babe? How you doing? What's up, Davis? How you doing? Content Davis, I believe that is. South Philly in the house, baby. I love Philly. Love Philly with all my heart. Every time I go to Philly, they treat me with so much love, man. I love Philly. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So, guys, I just wanted to talk real quick this morning. Did anybody see where they aired the jurors last night that actually presided over the Michael Jackson case back in 2005? Yeah, I'm going to talk about this Michael Jackson, I believe it was the jurors speak on last night. Did you guys see that? What I'm going to say about the situation is I wasn't going to watch it, but this whole situation with this Michael Jackson thing is really stupid and it's idiotic. Last night when I was watching it, you had a conflicted jury. You had three people that were stating that they felt that Michael Jackson actually molested those kids. And because they felt that way, that they wanted to actually deem him as guilty, but the evidence, it wasn't enough evidence to convict Michael Jackson. So it just tells you what world we are living in when you have people that will not look at the evidence in the case, but will go off their own feelings and their own judgment of an individual to convict someone. And it leads me to believe, I appreciate that, Penelope. I mean, I just couldn't help it. I had to tune in. But it leads me to believe, it's like, how many African-American men have been convicted based off of white jurors that just felt that they were guilty, but didn't even really take in the fact that the evidence in the case was minimal to actually convict that person. Exactly. That's what they're doing. I mean, it's just like media is becoming, you can get convicted by the media these days. And it's a very scary thing. It's a very scary thing. Now, one thing that I did notice, there was a black dude that was a standby juror in the case, and he didn't actually participate in the assessment where they ultimately found Michael Jackson not guilty, but he was there for every case. So last night, 5 of them showed back up, and they did a rendition where if they had to vote again today, would they still deem Michael Jackson as not guilty? So 3 of them said not guilty, and 2 of them said that they believed that Michael Jackson would be guilty. Now, I'm so glad that brother was not on the stand during that time, because he said that he felt that Michael Jackson was guilty and that he believed the little boy in Gavin that Michael Jackson molested him. But here's where I go back to the evidence. People are overlooking evidence these days, guys. People are overlooking the evidence these days. It's a very scary world out here. I mean, my God, I mean, just off the perception that you have for someone, people would throw the evidence to the side and just say, well, I don't care about what evidence, we have that makes the person seem to be innocent. I just feel that he did this. And if you get enough people to rally behind you with that nonsense, you can wrongfully convict someone. I mean, it's very scary out here, guys. Very, very scary. So, I mean, right now, I'm just taking a break from this Michael Jackson stuff. I just feel that it's a bad look out here when you have black people that are assisting and lending a hand in convicting individuals that are no longer here to defend themselves. It's just a very bad look. So what you guys are doing today, guys, I know I'm pretty sure that some of you are getting ready for work. I appreciate the few that have joined this live. This is my first time going live. I just wanted to say hello. I will be going live a lot more, so you guys stay tuned. Got 9 people in the chat, 9 people in the chat. What's up to the 9th person that just joined the chat? This is my first time going live. What's up, baby? All the way from North Cackalack. North Cackalack, baby. Yeah, I was just talking about the Michael Jackson case, guys, last night. It was when the jurors came back out and gave their assessment on the case back then. It definitely just goes to show that black men and black women, we have a big bullseye on our backs. We have a big bullseye on our backs, and we need to come together. And also, when things start happening within our community, just like with this Jussie Smollett situation, R. Kelly, all these individuals that are being, where charges are being brought against them. Oh, good job, Miss Penelope. Retired. I hear you. You're doing your thing. That's what's up, sweetheart. As I was saying, black people, we are so quick to just joke and just jive around. Thank you, Crystal King. I really appreciate that. I was really hesitant about doing YouTube, but I said, I got one life to live, so I'm going to just put it out there. Some people will like it. Some people won't like it, but I have tough skin. But anyway, what I was saying is we need to kind of be quiet sometimes, not jump on the bandwagon where white people are already, some white people, not all, because I'm not racist, are already joining forces to take us out. Hello, Miss Ford, how you doing? Yeah, Miss Ford. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a great morning. Some white people have a system. It's a system in place to take out black people. And when we join forces in taking down our own, we're doing exactly what they want us to do. I think that we need to start taking the position of being quiet, because when situations happen with their people, they never really admit things. They don't want to talk about things. They often deflect things, and they support their own. Good morning. What's up, China doll, sweetheart? How you doing? They often deflect things, but black people, we're so quick to co-sign our own people when they're down, agreeing with what white people say. Now, I'm not saying to take up for someone just because they're black, What I'm saying is just don't say anything. Don't give them a boost to help convict our own. Let the justice system do it and just remain quiet within our race, because they never talk about certain situations in their race and they keep things on the hush hush, but we're so quick to condemn our own, you know? Exactly, Miss Moore, just be quiet, okay? Jussie Smollett, he messed up, right? Dummy. He's a fool. If he's convicted, he's a fool for doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? He could have started a race war. But when I look at Twitter and I look at other social media sites and I see where racist white people are calling him out of his name, but yet they forget the situation where the lady lied and said that Emmett Till whistled at her, and then she admitted it on her deathbed. Too late. You done took out one of our own viciously over a lie. Exactly, Penelope. And the thing about it is, when I saw that, I was all giggles at first with this Jussie situation, but when I saw racist white people making remarks, spewing racial hate and saying all the things that they were saying about Jussie, it made me change my mind and say, you know what? I need to support this brother, even in his wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even in his wrong. I'm not taking up for him, but I'm going to support this brother's well-being, hoping that he gets some mental help. I'm not going to sit here and add to the stomping that the racist white people are giving Jussie. That's just how I feel about the situation. We just need to be quiet sometimes, because the odds are already stacked against us. And when you have your own people within your community co-signing white supremacy, damn. Where do we go from here? You see what I'm saying? And Oprah, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. And I don't want y'all to get upset, but I'm telling you, it's some truth and validity to it. My mother told me a long time ago, guys, that be careful of the black people that you trust. You can't trust black people. I'm telling you, some black people. I'm not saying all, guys. All right, so don't get upset with me. Black people can be the worst. In the employment field, I've seen some of the worst black bosses that treat black people underneath them than white bosses. When you give certain blacks the position and they're on a pedestal, they will treat you in some cases worse than white bosses. And it's like you're not looking for any passes from your own race, but you wouldn't expect them to just treat you like a dog in some cases. And they do. And they do in some cases. And you don't know what position a fellow black person is going to take when it comes to getting a bag. When it comes down to money, trust no one, especially someone of our color, because at the same time, a lot of people value money over dignity and respect. So they want to take that bag, no matter if it means selling out their own. You have to be careful about the people that we trust in our own community. And Oprah is proof and validation of that. Oprah is truth. It's truth and validation of why some black people in our community cannot be trusted, guys. I'm just being honest with you. Just being totally honest with you. So, guys, listen, I just wanted to stop by and say hello. What's up, Tia? How you doing? How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a great start to your morning. Exactly, Crystal. Listen, Trump has definitely took control of certain narratives in this country. Like he jumped on the Colin Kaepernick narrative, because let me tell you something about Trump. Let me tell you how I feel about your president, or some of you presidents, some of y'all presidents, not my president, right? I believe Trump, there's grades to racism. And I know some people are going to say there's no grades. If you're racist, you're just racist. No, there's grades to racism. And let me tell you this. I think that Trump is probably a grade 2 racist. And the reason why I say this is because he has done things that our former president and Obama did not do. The lady that Kim Kardashian was able to get out of prison, and he actually co-signed that lady to get out of prison. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the black lady. I can't think of her name right now. The black lady that Kim Kardashian helped get out of jail, and President Trump, your president, actually co-signed on it. That same woman, people had approached Obama about freeing this same woman, and he elected not to help this woman. But, you know, Trump comes around and gives the consent to get this woman out of prison, right? But I also think that Trump knows that there's hate in this country, and he ran his campaign predicated on the fact that he knew that a lot of white people were upset about a brown president, and they had the notion, excuse me, they had the notion to want to take their country back, per se. And President Trump ran on the hatred that he knows that lies in this country. Sometimes in the background, sometimes it's in your face. But that's how he ran his campaign, to get everybody behind him so that he could take over the Oval Office. Trump has changed the narrative so much. Exactly, Penelope. I appreciate that, because a lot of black people will get mad at my stance on that. But you have to, like, President Trump will never, ever get my vote. I don't stand for anything, but I always was taught, like, hey, acknowledge what this man did. He gave this woman another chance. He could elect it to say, I'm not. And this is the thing about it. He doesn't need the black vote to win again, because white people dominate this country in population. He did not have to do it. He did not have to give his consent to let that black woman out of jail. He didn't have to do it. So you got to, you know, just like, all right, you did something and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I still don't rock with you. I still don't mess with you. But you did something, right? You gave this woman a second chance at life. I feel you on that. But President Trump, he ran his campaign based on the hatred that he knows that exists in certain white people, and he knew that they will come out to the polls and put him in position. So that's how I feel about Trump, because a lot of individuals that you would have put in that White House that are white would have looked over, given this black woman consent to get out of prison and, you know, live or get a second chance at life. But you know what I'm saying? Trump, you know, gave this consent. A lot of people can say, oh, well, it was just to get the black vote. But listen, at the same time, he didn't have to do it. Right. He did not have to do it. So with that said, man, I hope in 2020, man, we need to go to the polls, right? And definitely get rid of Trump in spite of what he did for that black woman, because Trump has also been a negative impact to this country, with white people, racist white people, thinking that they could come out and just ooze out racism and just throw it in your face and, and really not care. He gave them that bridge to actually cross again, and with them thinking that there will be no consequences or repercussions for their actions. So, excuse me, that's just the bottom line with Trump. But like I said, guys, yeah, exactly. See, what Obama did was he really they put him in position, and the only thing they let Obama do was, sign off on gay marriage, right? And I'm for gay people. I have no problems with gays at all. I respect everybody in this country with character and class. But, Obama, he really, I'm telling you guys, in my opinion, ask yourself, look in the mirror and just ask yourself, honestly, what did Obama do for black people? Ask yourself, what did Obama do for black people? Exactly. They were looking for all sorts of things to knock Obama out the race. But see, I'm going to tell you something with the Obama campaign. Oprah actually put Obama in his seat. And you have to understand, with Obama being based out of Chicago and Oprah having her show in Chicago and the following that Oprah had, when she stood with Obama and said, yes, we can, that really drew a lot of white people towards Obama, and he got their vote. And I understand that black people went to the polls too, but at the same time, you have to look at this dynamic. Black people are what, 16% of the country, while white people make up 66% of the country. White people put Obama in office because without their vote, with them being the dominant race in this country, without their vote, Obama wouldn't have been in the Oval Office. So I respect Obama or whatever the case may be, but I'm going to tell the truth. Exactly, Penelope. He just made history of being black. Although I look at him as a Pacific Islander, because that's what he listed himself at for so many years. He listed himself as a Pacific Islander. So, and then all of a sudden he's black because now he's about to run for president. So, if he would have listed himself black from school on up, then I could give him that title. But I'm one of the black people that a lot of black people hate the premise that I stand on when it comes to this. They're like, oh, he's brown, so just give him the black tag. I'm not finna give him the black tag. No, not at all. Exactly, Cynthia. Exactly, Miss Cynthia. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So we have to just look at everything in its totality when it comes to looking at Obama. Is he really black, or is he black when it was time to run? Or is he black just because, white people, if you have some type of shade to your color, they're going to deem you as black, and black people are going to do the same thing. What's up, London? I appreciate that London is in the house. I love London. What's up? All the way from London. Represent, baby. Yeah, see, Maxine Waters, you have to choose your words carefully. I love Maxine, but I don't want anybody to get hurt, in the process. But, I'm going to tell you something about racism. There's always a way to do this. You got to talk like this. You got to speak like this. You got to act like this. You got to perform like this when it comes to white people, because anything that you do that they deem to be, what's the word? vicious or you come off in the wrong way as aggressive, they automatically go to this, well, I can't listen to your message because you're coming at me this way. They will use anything. Some white people will use anything, y'all, to deflect the clear-cut message that you're trying to convey, to get through them about, get through to them about the racial oppression and social injustice, police brutality, so forth and so on, that exist in this country. They will use anything to deflect the actual message because they don't want to acknowledge it. They don't. But yet, when somebody black gets in trouble, we are so quick to acknowledge it. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it. He needs to go to jail. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it. And certain white people are sitting back there just laughing. Exactly, threatening, Ms. Moore. Certain white people are laughing. Look at them, their own coming against their own. Ha ha ha, we never do that. We just remain silent. We don't give you what you want. We're not going to give you the truth. Because who are you as a black individual in this country where you feel that we have to respect you to give you our truth or to acknowledge any wrongdoings that we have done to your community? Who are you? I'm telling you guys, that's how some of them think. That is how some of them think, guys. What that Asian do on YouTube? Miss Davis, what she do? What that Asian do? Exactly, Miss King. Confrontational is a big word that they use against us. I mean, look at sports. Check this out. Look at sports. I want you to pay attention to sports. Say if I was in the NBA, I make a fantastic play. You know what I'm saying? I posterize somebody. I dunk on Kevin Durant. All right? Matter of fact, I'm not even going to use that. Check this out. Baker Mayfield. I hope that some of you guys follow sports a little bit to know who Baker Mayfield is. He's a quarterback that came from Oklahoma, and he got drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Now, the coach, Hugh Jackson, a black coach, got fired from Cleveland, and he took a job in Cincinnati with his buddy Marvin Lewis. So this man got fired from another job. This man got fired from the Cleveland Browns and took a job from a buddy that was trying to help him. Baker Mayfield, the white quarterback, when they played the Cincinnati Bengals, he stared down Hugh, didn't want to shake his hand after the game, said that he did it because he's a competitor and that he will never change. Hugh went to the enemy because he got fired from the Browns and he took another job from a friend of his that, of course, anybody wants to work, right? So he got mad because he took another job. And where he took the job. I'm sorry, when you get fired from another job, that team that fired you don't get to dictate where you go. You know what I'm saying? You were fired. You're free to do whatever you want. But anyway, he stared down Hugh, which is a black coach. He looked at him in a very vulgar manner. I mean, he was very disrespectful. Sometimes you can just look at somebody and don't even have to curse at them, and it can be more disrespectful than you using words towards that person. But what did the white media say? Oh, that's just passion. That's just the competitor in Baker Mayfield. That's just the competitor. If a black quarterback had did that to a white coach, let me tell you something, he would have had a bullseye on his back. He's out of control. I think that he should be drug tested. I think that he should be suspended. He might need to go to anger management. You see what I'm saying? With white people, it's passion when they show aggression. But when it comes to black people, we're out of control. We're straight out the zoo. That's how it is. That's how they look at us. That's the perception of us. You see what I'm saying? It's just crazy, y'all. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on. This is my first live. Gonna take my son, my little Boston out and let him get some exercise in. I appreciate everybody that joined the chat today. I hope I wasn't too bad because this is my first live. But hey, I have thick skin. I'm going to always get better at whatever I do because I have confidence, and the man above is going to instill that courage into my heart, right? So listen, you all have a great day. Make sure that you guys share this live. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Ms. Davis. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified of when I'm dropping a video or when I'm going live. All right? You guys be blessed.